Hello everyone, this is our channel Make Your Mark and I am Himanshi Seni here to help you out with personality development. So we are here to get groomed together, and in the last session I told you about the queries regarding CV or answering the questions at the time of your interview that rarely anyone tells you, and the topic is yet to complete. So in today's session we'll complete the topic and we'll start from where we left in the last session. Last time I mentioned about the fact check done by the companies on your CV to check its authenticity and credibility. However, you tell me, have you ever lied on your CV? Hopefully not, because plenty of people do. And the other day I just told you about the fact check on CV that may get you into a problem, but now I'm gonna tell you how it can get you into a trap at the time of your interview. By the way, it seems so tempting to exaggerate the truth on your CV about your skills, about you. Nevertheless, not a good idea, guys. And the consequences can be quite severe. Understand, guys, there are chances that your CVs are brutally scrutinized at the time of your interview. In such cases, it is better to be safe than sorry. Let me give you a live example. Same thing I as an interviewer would do to my candidates, asking questions about every single thing mentioned on their CV. Many a times I have caught people lying. Amazingly, once it was discovered that the candidate had misrepresented the dates of employment just to hide the gap between the two jobs, or you can say simply to hide the break in career. See guys, these embellishments or lies should not appear on your CV. An interviewer knows where you are trying to hide something. That is their role. You cannot even imagine the number of candidates they meet in a day, the number of interviews they conduct in a day. They have it on their tips. Some of the most common details that are generally falsified are grades at school or university level, falsely claiming that they are earning higher salary, then doctoring employment dates. By doing all this, you can end up hanging yourself because we tend to forget our own lives. So please, my stress is on the same point as was in the last video, that please mention everything true to the fact in your CV. This will not only help you being an honest person, but also make you more comfortable while in the interview, as most of the questions being asked to you would be from that piece of paper, and some of the questions are gonna be from your answers to the previous questions. That's what I tell my clients, and the same thing I'm explaining to you also. You yourself direct your interviewer what to ask and what not. See guys, we never have a list of questions decided for you. We just go with the flow, we start asking from the CV, and then your answers take us to the upcoming questions. So chillax. You don't need to worry about what interviewer is gonna ask me, kya hoga, kaisa hoga interview. You don't need to worry about this anymore. Just be truthful and be well aware of each thing you have mentioned in your CV. Also be smart enough to answer in such a direction where you want your next question to be from, because the next question is gonna from what you say in your answer to the previous question. So mention those points in your answer of which you have knowledge and you are confident about, so that you don't stuck at any point and speak about them endlessly. So it's you, the candidates, who lead the interview always, not the interviewer. You are the one who gives the direction to the interviewer for asking questions. So always take your interviewer in the direction where you are comfortable and confident about. And guys, sometimes it happens that interviewer asks you of what you are not okay with. In such case, you can steer left or right by answering the same question smartly. Like, one thing can be told in many different ways, so you answer in such a way that it leads you back to your comfort zone. And you better know how to do it. For this, you just need to be calm at the time of your interview and you will easily handle it well. Sometimes it may happen with you that the question is thrown at you of what you are not sure about, and you don't get to answer in the manner I just explained to you. In such case, answer straight to the point. Tell them, I will have to check on this, not very sure about, will do it right after my interview. Just be truthful. It's okay to not know everything. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be willing to learn. So don't try to digress from the question and don't speak crap just for the heck of answering. This annoys the interviewer. Next tip guys, sound enthusiastic about your work. Don't sound pompous like, I'm a leader, I have done everything. Sound like a good team player. Tell them something over and above your resume. Give proofs for your claims, be it about your strengths, weakness, hobbies, passions, skills, role, etc. Give proofs for your claims to make it credible and believable. Add mini stories to build the connect with interviewer. This will not only give more confidence to you, but also to the interviewer that you are the right candidate. Like if you tell them if you exceeded the sales target on the customer's need, make sure to explain exactly how you did it and by how much. Then if they ask you about your hobbies and passion, the answer can be like, I am a keen runner and this not only helps me keep fit but also helps me network with other runners in the community. Then if you are into dancing or singing, you can answer in such a way, I am a trained dancer or singer and practicing it regularly has taught me self-discipline and dedication. Guys, so the key point is you should always have an instance, live example or a story to back every statement you quote about you, your work and skills. Please don't wait for the interviewer to ask how can you say that. This gives a good impression and confidence to the interviewer that the person owns what he or she says. So guys, key highlights to the entire topic are: say no to misleading resumes, fraudulent degrees, altered employment dates to fill the gap, inflated salary claims, inaccurate job responsibilities, falsified references. So stick to the truth but word it rightly. Use trending keywords for your profile so that your CV gets a hit. Then since your CV has 3 to 6 seconds to impress, keep logical layout where the info is clear, like your name, designation, your current organization, experience, start and end date of employment, job responsibilities, and follow the similar pattern for all the previous jobs that you have done. Start with the most recent one. Customization as per the job is must. Don't be too ambiguous, guys. For example, if you're writing that it took you a few or the several months to finish a project, this might sound like it was made up, and it is not much convincing also. Instead of this, mention exactly the period you worked on it. For example, successfully implemented the new infrastructure in 4 months. Then there is no excuse for not having professional ID when applying for jobs. It should be there and it should be a simple variation of your first and last name and should not be complex having multiple numbers added to it, so as to avoid any wrong input by the recruiter while sharing the job proposal with you and ultimately the delivery failures that happen sometimes. Let's take an example. The name of the person is James, then email ID shouldn't be like magicjames@, jamescrazy@, james28934332@. Then comes spellings. Always spell check your CV, guys, as misspelled words can cause embarrassing blunders and these create doubts to your seriousness towards the job or about you. So proofread it, or you can give it to someone to do it for you since you might be biased or overlook your mistakes. Recruiters check candidates' profiles on social media. It is a good idea to include your updated LinkedIn link so that they don't check up on a wrong person. Also ensure that your social media profiles are clean and don't include any incriminating evidence of foolish things you said or did. Now coming to your personal info. Please do not forget to mention your mobile number and email ID on your CV. This might sound stupid, but I have found such CVs where both of them are missing. Recruiter has to have both the details to contact you and share job proposal or JD or interview details or any other further communication with you respectively. Then comes a thank you note. Always give a thank you note after the interview. And once your interview is done, do follow up with employer after the interview and maintain the touch. This shows your interest level for the job. So guys, that's it for today and the topic is completed now. We'll come up with something new in my next one. So stay connected. I have much more for you to help you work on yourself. Please subscribe this channel and keep watching. Also, please write to me your areas of concern in the comment section below so that I can pick them up for you in my upcoming ones. And now is the quiz time. So please put your answers in the comment section. I'm giving you example, like if I have given you 3 questions and the answer to your first question is option A, and to second is option C, and to third is option D, then A, C, D. So write in the comment section A, C, D. If it's B, C, D, write B, C, D. So like that, please write your answers in the comment section and I'll feel really good and happy about it. So please have a good day. All the best. Take care. Stay happy and healthy.